Man, what the hell? What the hell are the Hawks doing? Pissing me off. We are one
no.
game for being at 500, and we just can't get there. We getting blown out by the Blazers, who don't have CJ McCollum, don't have Dame,
Nobody.
don't have Anthony Simon.
Nobody, baby. We still losing. How?
Getting slam danced. Whatever. I don't care.
Imagine not playing your first round pick when the other team is playing G League players.
Look at this. Look at this, Trey.
G League.
What was that? All right, let's get to the pregame because I'm gonna start yelling. Oh, and then he went right down the lane, and he was
G
fouled.
League. These players are G League players. These players not undrafted free agents, just G Leaguers.
We're not about to go crazy and talk about the Hawks blowing this game for the next 10 minutes of the pregame. It is what it is. What was that, Hunter? I mean, this is bad.
And then he proceeds to do exactly that.
What defense is this? Look at that. Timeout.
What
here we go. So Deion pregame. Hey man, Deion Sanders, dog. We had a lot of people have been getting on him. Talking about that foot. He never let the cat out the bag, which, as we said, Deion is always a calculated person. And he had a whole documentary about his foot coming out, which is why he never talked about it. If you haven't known, it's I don't remember what platform it's out on, but I know that it's out.
Yep. Or you could just go to his Instagram page. It seems to be all over there too.
So Deion had surgery on his foot and had complications from the surgery, but that's all they said. So he'd been riding that scooter around for the last 3-4 months. And I guess they were monitoring or whatever. And he had blood clots. So everybody was, not everybody, but there were people questioning like, yo, why you keep going to the hospital? And we kept saying like, Deion looked kind of frail. Well, turns out he had blood clots in his toes after he had surgery on his toes. And anything you know about blood clots is that they can travel. And if they would have made it through and they would have started traveling, and I don't say travel, if more blood clots would have shown, then he might have had to do multiple amputations. So they went ahead and cut his toes off, his big toe and his middle finger toe. Well, his index toe. Big toes, index toes. And I ain't saying this to be spiteful or anything, but my grandfather used to tell me this when I was little. He said, if you don't appreciate your gift, sometimes that gift is taken away from you. One was Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali had the gift of gab. He could box, he could move, he was charismatic and everything. We all know what happened with that situation. RIP to the GOAT. Deion was one of the fastest people alive. Ran a 4.340, no track shoes, no warm, and ran straight to the limousine at the combine in 1984.
So the Detroit Lions, don't even worry about drafting me.
89.
I ain't reading your playbook because I would be too expensive.
He did say that.
So don't even worry. Hey, don't worry about me. You'll never get a chance to draft me, brother. That is the type of arrogance that I support.
So Deion, man, he had 2 toes amputated, and it was much serious. Down by 15 points. It was way more serious than we thought, but luckily they caught it, and hopefully there are no more complications. So T's and P's to Deion. T's and P's, thoughts and prayers. You see how his son was making fun of him?
No, I ain't see that part yet.
It's funny. Shador was like, yo, I'm 10 toes down for you. You 10 toes down for me? He was like, well, maybe 8. But you know.
That's messed up, but I'm glad they have a good sense of humor about that. I might be sensitive about that. I could not imagine you look down there and them toes is Gone gone.
Yeah. They showed it when he got it. What in the world? When they showed it and they showed him looking at it for the first time.
Heartbreaking.
He had to take a moment.
Wouldn't you? They've been with you since birth.
Not this. Yeah, I would, man. But
I be, hey man,
T's and
then
P's to Dion.
like, do you get like a prosthetic or something to balance you out?
I'm sure he will. And that's the part I thought about was he's got to learn how to like, because you put up, come on, Delon, because you put a lot of weight on your big toe.
That's your balance.
That's your balance toe. And that's gone. So he's gonna have to learn how to walk again. He's probably gonna get a prosthetic, to be honest. But yeah, so moving on, man. Moving on. We got a lot to talk about today, man, in terms of more and more and more of these moves in the NFL. We got some HBCU news to talk about. Don't really have a lot of NBA news on the court. I mean, not much has changed. But before we get there, speaking of the NBA, you saw Shaq said that he wanted to get Isaiah Thomas and Jordan to sit down and have a talk like he and Kobe did.
I want to hit the lottery too.
Let me tell you something that won't happen, Shaq. That won't happen. Isaiah out here right now telling people ain't no way that he's the best, he's the GOAT. Today, 2022.
At this point, you know what I envision this looks like? 3-6 Mafia and Bone versus.
You ugly mother.
Boy, Jordan gonna say something to Isaiah, and Isaiah gonna go full Busy Bone on him. And just like I laughed then, I'm gonna laugh then. I'm gonna laugh again, boy.
Jordan don't even look Isaiah's way. Like when they were at the 75th, and I think that's what set. Honestly, I think that's what set Isaiah off. When they were at the 75th, and Jordan just was like looking away, not even looking at him in the face, and then everybody caught footage of him saying these jokes to Magic after he walked away. We knew the joke was that picture, you know.
Yeah,
Jordan.
You knew that that string of events where it's Magic and Isaiah and Magic, and then suddenly Magic leans right over and talks to MJ. Even it just looks bad. Even if it could have been the most harmless conversation two people have ever had. Talk about looking guilty.
And they both laugh. I was like, yeah, Isaiah. And Isaiah, ever since then, Jordan is not the GOAT. I mean, he's been saying it for a long time, but I mean, they put him on every platform.
I still think the Magic and Isaiah relationship is kind of weird. They ain't the best of friends either.
They used to kiss each other on the cheek. I'm about to say that boy Norwood froze over there.
He's like, what? So I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. If they're two friends and they feel comfortable kissing each other on the cheek.
And then they elbowed each other in the eye. He made them bleed. I was like, damn.
Man,
but speaking
with
of
friends like that.
Speaking of Magic, though, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. I'm looking forward to this documentary.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm actively watching it every day.
You are? I haven't started it yet.
Now, this is really good. And the guy who...
No spoilers.
I would never. I was raised way better than that. I have integrity. Old boy who plays Dewey Cox, he does a very good job. And
Jerry West?
Yes. No, he doesn't play Jerry West. He plays Mr. Bus.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Butts.
Yes.
Jimmy
but
Butts.
Also the dude who plays Jerry West. He does all
Jerry
of
West
this.
Look like an asshole.
All of this is so good because that's a little bit before our time. And I don't know how much of this is actually 100% real. I already read some of it's a little doctored. But it's an interpretation.
Yeah, it's not a pure documentary.
It's not a
based
biography.
Off real events.
It's an interpretation, yes. Mm-hmm. So just the way that he plays Jerry West, it's no matter, like every character I've seen so far, it's a combination of this is probably something that I didn't know about them, or like a character trait I didn't necessarily know about them that's good. And then you also have one like I don't know if my family would like me to see all of this. And they do that with each individual character, but it's super entertaining at the same time. Is that this is a definite watch. I tried to tell all of my friends last week, and I think maybe only one or two of them watched. But everybody who did watch is like, damn, I wish we could binge this. I want to watch it now.
I'm gonna go back and watch it for sure. So
yeah,
it's you knew once the Jordan doc came out, I was like, yeah, everybody about to get documentary now.
But this is so different because this is it's just like a documentary mini series show type of thing, and they're dressing it up. HBO put all their money into it. They picked the right guys. I love that Kareem is a dick basically the whole show so far. Oh yeah, it's good. It's really good. I got up this morning and watched the episode.
I'm gonna start watching it probably at the end of the week. And then of course today's basketball, it's a whole lot of teams that can't get right. And one of them is the Thunder, where the Thunder and the Grizzlies came out wearing white jerseys at the same time, and they had to delay the game by 45 minutes.
This is what happens when you don't pick colors. Well, I mean that too, but they don't pick colors anymore. You just go out there, wear whatever you want to, type of thing. Well, there seems like a lack of organization on somebody's. That's somebody's responsibility to know that somebody needs to wear color jersey somewhere. Somebody needs to wear white. First of all,
somebody's responsibility.
Why would you be wearing white on the road? First of all,
yeah, home team normally wears white in basketball. Only you wear white on the road in football.
Yeah.
Depending on if it's hot or not.
Exactly. I don't even know how that becomes something. You should know, hey, we're on the road. We don't wear whites. But, I mean, these new futuristic teams and they general managers.
Come on, old man, flabbergasting teams. They flabbergast me.
Just doing anything out here. Don't run no plays. Don't play no defense. At least, hey, might as well just shoot us back into the game now, Trey. Go for it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the pregame. Let's go ahead and get to the Around the League edition of episode 48 of the Splash Cast. As I said before, we have some HBCU news, some NBA news, some football news, and some splashes of the week. Y'all stay tuned.
See you soon.